was new.
All right, new recording started.
Oh my god, you just got the oxymoron. New past time.
Anyways, let's switch back over here. Let me turn the source on for the capture card.
Ooh, nail this. Oh, I know how they lost some things. Whether you do carpentry, engineering, construction, anything in construction as a whole, like, you guys have my respect.
Yeah.
All right, so we should be able to see everything now.
I see. There's Yolo. There's a face. A bandana.
Peace Walker. And I've got the category updated to reflect that we're now playing Peace Walker.
I sees it. I says it. Oh, are we gonna walk for pace? Oh, I love walking for pace. It's gonna be so nice.
I had to make a whole new Xbox account for this because the Xbox version of Peace Walker, which is just easier to set up than the PS3 version for capture, only has one save file per account. Which is weird because the PS3 version doesn't have that restriction.
That reminds me, some games on Steam, I for some reason, I can't delete the save data.
There's ways around it, but I'll have to teach you how to do it.
Thank you. It's
like mainly you just have to find where the save data is stored locally on your PC, and to make sure that Steam doesn't auto re-download the save data, you have to make sure that Steam Cloud is not enabled for that game.
Would you believe me if I said I did all that? Yeah, I still got the save data.
Well, it also depends on the game. Some games just don't properly work with it.
Yeah, it's a adult game. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do this for review. Nope. Like, oh, that's yeah.
So yeah, for those of you that are not aware of where we are in the Metal Gear timeline, Peace Walker takes place after Metal Gear Solid 3. We're gonna skip that intro, and I'm gonna have to
fuck? Didn't you just?
It's because I'm emulating. Hold on. Let's switch back here, so you guys don't see me typing in my login info.
A few inches later.
Are you not excited for the pace file?
Because this is a new account, it was making me create a fucking Xbox 360 avatar.
Oh. What the fuck? Can we see your avatar?
I just went with one of the default ones.
That's fair.
Because it's not like the Xbox 360's online services are going to be up much longer anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the store's already gone.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Finally, we can start a new game. Editing Arikado. Cut that whole part out.
Editing Arikado. Remember to drink some water.
I've got water right here.
This is for future Arikado.
I see.
We gotta redeem it. We gotta redeem it first, Kier.
Well, no, this is for the future, not for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is at I'll hydrate.
Let that be your reminder for when you go to edit.
So
yeah,
I might have to turn down the volume even further.
Oops.
Because I forgot, Xbox games are like unreasonably loud for some reason. But yes, this takes place after Metal Gear Solid 3. About, like, not a full decade after, but it's the 70s now.
Okay.
So if you remember how Metal Gear Solid 3 ended, Big Boss defeated the boss, became Big Boss, found out that the whole, like, the boss defecting to the Soviet Union thing was staged by the US government. And was all about, like, getting intel in the first place. And Big Boss was basically just a pawn in this big international game of chess. So, like, after those events, and leading into Peace Walker, he left the US to form his own mercenary group, one of the first private military contractors, called Militaires Sans Frontières, or Soldiers Without Borders in English.
Nice. So kind of like Doctors Without Borders, but instead of doctors, it's soldiers.
That's why it opens with a disclaimer saying it has no affiliation with Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah.
And if the graphics look a little bit wonky to you, that's because this was originally a PSP game.
Oh.
Makes sense.
I mean, even then, for a PSP game, this is pretty decent.
This is an HD remaster of a PSP game, but it was an impressive PSP game. I should know, I have it. It's the only PSP game that forces you to install stuff for it to run properly.
Oh.
And if I remember correctly, they're in either Costa Rica or Nicaragua right now. And our boy Big Boss does not like being called Big Boss right now, because it reminds him of, you know, being forced to betray his mentor.
Hey, boss, wanna go around?
All right, so the control tutorial I'm gonna do anyways because I just like the way it's presented.
Okay.
And it also, you're going to notice there's a lot more. The violence in this game is a lot more tame because this was rated T rather than M. Because Kojima wanted this game to be more accessible to younger audiences.
Might want to lower the volume down a little more.
Yeah, I wanted to wait until the dialogue came in to figure that out.
No problem. I got you.
Look up. Good. Look down. Good.
Your pants falling down.
Be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay.
You know what? I have not done the look up, look down, your pants underground thing in years.
Look right.
I think I was like 14 the last time I heard it.
Look left. Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay. You can change the controls anytime in options. Go with the method that works best for you.
Can I change the difficulty in options as well? I want to
There's
play
only one
life on easy mode.
There's only one difficulty in Peace Walker.
You might as well kill yourself
I want to play
now.
life on easy mode though.
You need to get low to avoid detection. You
I'm
have
tired of
3
playing on hell
stances.
mode.
Stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button. Tap the crouch
Like, I
button
like
to
a
change
challenge, but
between standing
God.
and crouching. You can move in either
Right?
stance. Hold
Yeah.
the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down.
That's something you were gonna have to get used to. This is the only game where you're not allowed to move while lying down. But we get a crouch. Yeah, you can't move while lying down, even though in every game prior to this you could.
We'll work on your movement. Use
Big
the
Boss
left
Sex
stick to move
Peninsula.
around. Tilt it a little
Why
towards
does
the
that
right.
actually sound like...
Decide which to use
Oh my
based on
God.
your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when
It sounds like an
running,
adult
making it
mod.
easier to discover.
Yes, it
Be
does.
careful.
Also, Sex Peninsula sounds like, you know, the cheaper version of an Epstein Island.
Now we have rolling. Rolling
Oh,
is
God.
useful for knocking down enemies in your way and for getting away
You
when
did- you-
surrounded. You can also use
I
it
had
jump
to.
over small ditches.
You KSI'd it.
To roll, tap the crouch button while running.
In case anyone's wondering, I did hear KSI's new song, "The Thick of It."
Don't mind me. I'm just doing a quick couple of math quizzes.
That's it.
You're good on that.
Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire.
And then Val sent me over to Dreamcatcher Justice. Within the first 38 seconds, it actually has great symbolization of Eve with the apple and everything. I love it.
So, as part of this game toning down the violence, we don't get a knife in this game. Instead, we get a stun rod, which is basically a taser.
Oh, it's one of those stun baton things. I hate using those, like, trying to fight against those in fucking Arkham City, because that was always a pain in the ass.
Oh, you just reminded me. I think it was Sunday? I think it was Sunday. One of our friends was walking over to our cars. The reason we left the mall so early because people in front of us were playing with stun guns, tasers, like shocking each other, and we were both like, "Yeah, let's leave."
Yeah.
Because young people acting stupid. I don't want to do nothing with them.
Yeah, that's
good. If they want to add me into it, it's not going to be pretty.
Nope.
Those things don't work on me. Also.
Are you saying you're invincible?
No, I've been shocked before.
Oh shit.
They don't work on me.
Pretend you are learning it for the first time.
It just means you have type resistance to electric attacks.
To do this, position yourself near your opponent and press the
Like you feel it, so I know I'm not a ground type.
Press the attack button when the icon appears.
Wait, what was this electric?
Ground, rock.
I'm ready, boss.
No, rock is neutral, and ground is ineffective. Like that's 0 damage.
Okay.
I'm looking at a type chart right now, so I need to see.
Is that San Geronimo or some random beach in Colombia? This is not San Geronimo because this game, Peace Walker tries to discard most of what happened in Portable Ops. Because Hideo Kojima viewed Portable Ops not as like a mainline entry in the series, but as a spin-off. Like, it's dubiously canon, the best kind of canon.
Okay, so I found, it's electric, grass, and dragon. I think I'm either grass or dragon because I don't like the cold. The heat I'm okay with, but I still don't like the heat. I'm getting into some deep questions now, ain't I?
Impressive, boss. Now we will try CQC against multiple enemy opponents.
But yeah, as far as whether this is San Geronimo, it's not San Geronimo. They even have a line towards the beginning after the tutorial where Kaz says we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Basically saying you don't have to have played Portable Ops to get this game. Which I'm okay with, because I tried out Portable Ops, don't really like its gameplay loop.
We won't both with each other like foggy.
Fine work, boss.
That was incorrect, but it was actually correct.
Fine work, boss. All right. Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss.
Would you step forward?
When you're surrounded by multiple enemies,
I mean, to get grappled by Big Boss, hell yeah.
To do it, simply press the attack button.
I don't blame you.
While throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go.
I'm ready, boss.
Nice. I've moved up to #1 in the Pearl League. We are number one.
Fantastic!
Yeah, CQC is OP in this game because you can just chain together takedowns.
Fine work, boss! And stop! That's it for today! Thank you, boss!
I'm a BRB and you go to the bathroom.
Okay.
As soon as he comes back from the bathroom, I'm gonna go get me a bite.
Oh boy, here comes Kaz. Get ready for what most of the cutscenes in this game look like rather than 3D models. They go for this like motion comic style.
I mean, it's an
Which,
interesting,
given that this was a PSP game, it fits.
What's going on?
Yeah, I mean,
We've got guests.
Also, get ready for this to be the last time we hear David Hayter, as far as the original releases go, for Big Boss or Solid Snake. Because starting with the next game in the series, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, he'll be voiced by Kiefer Sutherland.
Sorry, Vic Boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in Revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
I played both Piss Walker and Portable Ops on my PSP. On Peace Walker, I got to the torture scene and never got past it because the like rapid tapping it requires just doesn't work with the PSP's buttons. It's easier on the HD version. Still not easy, but it's easier.
Thank you.
Also, hi, Steve motherfucking Bloom.
I feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
do you agree, Ari? That's the coffee connoisseur.
I've never
here?
had Costa Rican coffee, as far as I know, so I'm not entirely sure.
Colombia.
I don't know where my coffee comes from.
Professor Galvez comes
Yeah.
from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
I'm pretty sure that the couple times you were here at my place, in the asylum with me.
Oh yeah, then I have had
They're
it.
not ours.
It's not Costa
Yeah,
Rican
it's-
coffee though. I think
It's
it's
Costa
Puerto
Rican
though.
espresso.
Rica doesn't have an army.
Oh, okay.
Still,
Yeah.
Correct.
it's
Yeah.
delicious.
12 of our Constitution
Yes.
states that the
It's a little
army
too
as a
strong for my
permanent
taste.
Institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
Also, hi Tara Strong,
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
as this game's poster girl,
They don't
Paz.
appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized. What's your government's take? The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload. Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I just came back and see the Strapmo comment. What?
Yeah, that's about a torture scene that happens later.
CIA.
Oh.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even
So we got
after
Steve Bloom, we've got David Hayter, we've got Robin Atkin Downs, and we've got Tara Strong,
government can't just
all in one scene.
Nice.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Oh, and we also got Gray Delisle as the leader of the
Japan's constitution has something
Nicaraguan
similar. Article
Sandinistas.
9. It says Japan renounces war and can maintain an army.
I
There's our boy
understand
Miller.
when you
I love
have
Miller.
neither state nor ideology,
Or Kaz, as he's also
that you
known.
Fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country.
So to give you a rundown of what you missed here, this guy, Professor Ramon Galvez, and his student
Yes.
Paz Ortega
as our
want
deterrent.
Militaire Sans Frontier to
Can't afford to pay
chase
much,
the
so-
CIA-backed army out of Costa Rica.
Can offer you
And in
this.
return, they get an offshore plant in the Caribbean to use as a
An
base.
offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Oh.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can
Like, a
settle
lot
down.
of this game's story has to do with, like, the constant
unofficially, of
coups and
Shopper for
like proxy
transport would be
wars
nice,
that were
too.
being backed by the CIA and the KGB in Latin America and Central America.
Is that right? Yes, that's what I've heard.
Like a lot of this has to do with especially like the Nicaraguan civil war that was going on at the time.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't going to do any good. You'll have to.
Where it was like a CIA-backed regime versus the KGB-backed revolutionaries.
I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over
As I said,
20
I will be
years,
back. I'm gonna
I've
go get
preached
me
the
something.
virtues of
I'm gonna get a
peace
bite.
in multiple universities.
Okay.
Tonight, I stand before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace. Her name is Paz. Paz Ortega.
Paz. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace. Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
They've
I
got
love
a supply
Kaz. He's
port
such a
north of
dork.
Puerto Limon, a town in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend. She was captured.
Yes, he's a goober, certified goober.
16 years old. They did terrible things to her.
By the way, when they say
Somehow she
terrible
managed to
things,
escape.
you can see like she's got all sorts of like
She's so
bruises,
far.
burns,
Her mother died when she was small. And she lost her
or at least when you zoom in
grandparents
like that,
in the war.
obviously it's also a bit of fan service,
She hates
which is a
war.
little weird because she's supposed to be 16.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake.
I don't know why they chose Costa Rica instead of Honduras. They chose Costa Rica instead of Honduras because
Make them leave Costa Rica.
a lot of this has to do with like
Big boss.
uh
That is why we've come to you.
a lot of this has to do with like nations that were right next to each other. So like Costa Rica is right next to Nicaragua. (1974). That's when this takes place.
Here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed. That makes one giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel.
So codec works a bit differently in this game. Rather than, you know, having dedicated codec calls that are long-winded like we used to, you just press a button, it automatically calls your home base, and whoever's on the line gives you tips on what to do next. Instead, a lot of our, you know, more long-winded conversations are going to come from briefing tapes that we can listen to before starting a mission.
Target and squeeze off a round or two. Press the X and B buttons while holding RB to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with
You still there, Kier?
Then press
I'm still here.
RT to fire. How about a little shooting practice? Try hitting a coconut.
You miss Metal Gear Rising? You missed out on the sexy Brazilian man Dash Cat, but you're here for more of Big Boss.
Start button to open the menu.
Yeah, it was.
The M16 is a standard assault
Brazilian man was sexy.
capable of rapid fire.
My uncle was trained by the South Command and CIA during the Cold War in the late 90s. Interesting.
Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake. Use LT to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the
I like
weapon,
that you actually
throw
get to
with
see
RT.
where your throw arc is.
When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon
I do like my bosses big. There you go. You're in the right mood. Normal third world things. Yeah, average third world experience being used as like a chess game between larger world superpowers. You know, unfortunately, that's how it's always been and how it seems it will always be.
Yeah. The more things change, the more they say the same.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake.
You can see how Liquid was able to pass off as Miller, right?
Finally, we can leave all that
Yeah.
crap in San Geronimo
They even have
behind.
similar jackets.
Break into the mercenary business
Yeah.
for real.
Also, when you wear sunglasses or eyewear like that, it can help just obscure.
Why does Boss run like he has shit in his pants? That's just the Snake shuffle. That's the Snake strut. They always move like that.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, guys.
He stores his Cuban cigars in there.
Nomads. We always will be.
I hate that tracks, considering that canonically in Metal Gear Solid 1, Solid Snake smuggled his cigarettes into the mission by swallowing them and then somehow getting them out of his stomach.
A new kind of business.
I don't mean like swallowing individual cigarettes. He had the whole pack.
All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Also, the seagull constantly squatting. I'm expecting SpongeBob theme to come in. Oh,
I see.
Oh, listen up, pineapples under the sea.
Enemy of our homeland.
And there'd be no turning back.
Ah, this damn thing won't work.
He stole all my tacos and angry I be.
Some coffee, Kaz.
No, I hate that works, don't you?
yeah, it also fits the meter of the song.
Yeah, that was by complete accident.
His hand's got a lighter in it.
What the fuck?
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. I stopped using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade?
Foreshadowing Boss's future hand. Exactly. Even though I don't think that was thought up at the time. It still
Allow
works.
me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land.
If Central America is the navel of the of the American continents, then what's the booba?
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which
what's the booba and what's the booty? What's the thighs?
He who controls Central America will win this Cold War.
Oh my.
First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun.
I mean, that's the navel. That's what we were saying.
But what we're getting here is like our boy Professor Galvez. He's not actually. He's not actually who he says he is. He's working for the KGB to try and spread communism throughout Central America, which will then spread through both North and South America.
The CIA is already here. And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our efforts across the border in Nicaragua.
So, in this game, you know, it's a little bit of a twist on the setup of Snake Eater, where instead of fighting against Russian forces, we're fighting against American forces. Working ostensibly for Russia.
Big boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate
Communism, let's go.
in La Costa, where Paz was imprisoned. Learn all you can of their operations. Then drive them out of the country.
U.S. paid cokehead mercs. I mean, they talk about how the Sandinistas, who were, you know, ostensibly the good guys in the conflict, were using drug money to fund their stuff.
Her words about peace. She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story.
There's also a lot of imagery in this game, which is right down to how Big Boss is drawn in the cutscenes, about Che Guevara.
She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain.
My God! The
Perhaps they saw something.
No, we haven't gotten the shotgun yet. Also one of the few Metal Gear games to have a shotgun.
They heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
And yes, that's a Sony branded tape, because in this game we have a Sony branded Walkman.
She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Ah, I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
I wonder if that's going to get scrubbed in the remaster. This is the remaster.
Haas's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
The remaster is still available on Xbox, funnily enough.
Now it gets interesting.
Does that voice sound familiar?
The snake's too vicious. It's all
Hmm.
people. I chased
Ow.
it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
I hate how I pull on my mustache. I hate that.
His voice is indeed that of the legendary.
That was the
hero,
voice of the boss
criminal, the boss.
What?
on that recording, but
The
she's
other
supposed to
hasn't
be
been
dead.
identified. Female in her
Oh.
30s with a British accent.
Remember, we killed her in Metal Gear Solid 3, so
Yeah.
how is...
Hit in 1973.
Ghost.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country.
Wonder what's gonna get scrubbed in the collection, I mean. I don't... You know, that's interesting to think about. Like, they could easily edit out the Walkman branding by just, like, you know, altering the graphics, because they never say the term Walkman out loud.
Fought by your side. And that you killed her under orders from the CIA.
What's gonna be harder is if they do decide to remaster and port Metal Gear Solid 4, they're gonna have to either renew their license with Apple or do a lot of graphical edits to remove the iPod and MacBook branding.
Well, what'll it be? Will you take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
So you still can't turn your back on your country. Then I suppose you won't need this.
Does he have lighters in every finger?
Oh,
How many lighters does one man need?
Snake?
30?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Food acquired.
Okay.
Okay, so you missed out on Professor Galvez here is actually working for the KGB.
Oh boy.
And what he wants Big Boss to investigate is he has a recording that has the voice of the boss in the background, even though she's supposed to be dead.
There they are. CIA mercs. Snake.
And they were able to prove that it's a recent recording and not like an old recording. So it's been 10 years since she died. How is her voice there?
Yeah.
This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around. Whatever it takes to stay out of sight. Your gun is a last resort. It could just as easily kill you as save you.
So, because the HD remaster added analog stick controls for the camera instead of having to use the D-pad, or even worse, the face buttons to control the camera. This makes the HD remaster of Peace Walker one of the easiest games in the series. Because the hitboxes are a lot more generous in Peace Walker to compensate for the fact that on the original PSP version, you only had one analog stick.
Yeah. Another thing, too, is that's the same walk animation they used in Snake Eater.
Yeah, because this is also the same snake that's in both of them.
Yeah. Oh, it's like attention to detail, you know?
Yeah. Well, he didn't have that crouch walk animation. That's new. Because he didn't have the crouch walk in Snake Eater.
What animation am I thinking of?
Probably Metal Gear Solid 4, because this came out after that.
Maybe.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Security is tight, just like me. Also, you'll notice that David Hayter's Big Boss voice is a lot more gruff in this game. And that's because, according to him, he kind of fucked up the part of his vocal cords that lets him do the Big Boss voice after how gruff he had to be for old Snake in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh boy.
And when we get to the torture sequence, he said that, like, the yells of pain that he did in the torture sequence made him throw up in the booth.
Oh, jeez.
Gotta respect the man's dedication to voice acting.
Yeah. And he confirmed on Twitter that he's finally voicing Snake for something new.
Oh.
Nice.
Acknowledged.
Also, whenever you hear robotic voices in this game, that's making use of Vocaloid.
Ooh.
This is one of the first instances of Vocaloid being used in a non-rhythm game. And in fact, on the PSP version, there was DLC that let you use different Vocaloid voices.
What is it? Your suit! In the mountains! What's up there?
Ramen. It's shrimp flavored ramen.
And yeah, we got Snake, I think you're overdoing it. Not gonna lie, Mandela Effect made me think it was always that gravelly, but it's only in 4 and Peace Walker. Yes, it is. It was intentionally that gravelly in 4 to make Snake sound older, and in Peace Walker, it's because he kind of fucked up his ability to do the voice for a while. You can hear how that's Vocaloid, right?
Yeah.
They went with Vocaloid instead of a voice actor for the robotic voices, just so they could get that robotic singing.
This is Snake. Kaz, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Now drop some sick beats.
It's got a circuit that reverses
No,
the audio
you.
phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. and whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Wait.
You know what that means?
Nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
I mean, how else is the Eggman going to create his empire if he doesn't bring in some nukes?
Space lasers.
Yeah, space lasers.
You know, it's funny you guys say that because of, you know,
SA2.
bullshit
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use
thing. No, I was talking about like IRL stuff.
No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
it? Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas
I had to explain it. I'll explain it after the stream.
You should get in
Don't
touch
want to
Okay.
get political on
with
here.
and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone. Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opano will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it.
Isn't this the game where Big Boss says that he believes in Santa Claus? Yes, yes it is.
Become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test, showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
This is also the only game that has co-op in the main story, as opposed to only having versus multiplayer.
The professor wants it stopped. We need to find
And I
out
believe
what
the
that
servers for it are still up.
We need to get ready first, Kaz.
I think they are.
Bears.
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty
Well, they're
big.
not up on the
Looks like
PSP
hell.
version, but I think they're still up on the HD remaster. And certain missions are actually easier if you play co-op, because they offer co-op exclusive abilities and co-op exclusive ways to progress the mission.
Pile of junk into something big.
He's such a wholesome guy, ignoring the war crimes he did in Metal Gear. When you ignore the horrific war crimes he committed, he's just the most wholesome and sweet guy.
Kind of hard to ignore that.
All right, we've got... This game uses a mission structure rather than, you know, the way that previous Metal Gear games have worked. You have main ops and side ops, and then also extra ops, which we haven't done yet. And then co-ops is, you know, co-op multiplayer. We're gonna do a side op first that introduces Fulton Recovery,
Coastal supply facility and knocked out the soldiers.
which is how you build up your forces by knocking out soldiers and then attaching a balloon to them that takes them back to Mother Base and then convincing them to join our forces.
Huh.
And you can choose your loadout before each mission. This side op only allows us to play... oh, we can't do this yet because we don't have any extra soldiers. Damn.
Snake. I heard that radio so
You can't play that mission as Snake.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information.
It's possible to play co-op with an emulator in those third-party servers? Probably, because the way co-op worked on the PSP version was it also allowed local co-op, so you can easily set that up on an emulator.
Teacher.
Oh, like peer-to-peer then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Set up like
advice.
Parsec or something and get that going.
He has a
Yeah.
in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace and...
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
Thank you. Snake, if you need to
Which
know
was a
about
mechanic
Costa
from
Rica,
Portable Ops, the balloon, that is. The balloon was not in Portable Ops, but recruiting soldiers was. In Portable Ops, you had to drag them back to the starting point of the stage to recruit them.
I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school.
Like those Xbox Classic LAN parties, but without the Ethernet cable. Yeah, it's like a LAN party, but with Wi-Fi.
To achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable. And I hope they turn out to be right.
His performance as Big Boss in this game is just so good.
Who better to help bring it back?
He really nails the nuances of the dialogue rather than, you know, just reading words off a script.
Use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Haas can help you out.
In Portable Ops, you have to drag them back to the Big Boss sex truck. Yes, exactly.
Straight to their main base.
From what I've seen,
I thought Boss was about to name drop the name of the game. Well, we are going to get to what the Peace Walker is later.
And if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
All right. Ready, guys? Ready to go? By the way, we have two kinds of cardboard boxes in this game. We've got the love box and we've got the cardboard tank.
Ooh, kinky.
I like
the love box is a two-person cardboard box.
Oh.
With hearts on it.
My.
And there are two side ops that are basically dates with other characters where you have to convince them to get in the love box with you. Is Monster Hunter still in this version of the game? Yes, it is.
Head for the FSLN boathouse. It's northwest of there. You can use the radio you just picked up by pressing the start button to open the menu window. You know you can assign the radio to the back button by choosing options from the menu window.
All right, let's get our Fulton balloons out. I love the animation in this, and especially Metal Gear Solid 5 of using the Fulton recovery. What's best about how it works in Peace Walker is you can use Fulton balloons indoors, and it still works, and it's not even like a joke thing. It's just, it still recovers them back to your base. And yes, the Fulton recovery system is a real-life thing, and it was actually first displayed in Metal Gear Solid 3 as far as Metal Gear games go. Big Boss uses it to get himself back to the mobile airship base thing at the beginning of the game, right after he gets his ass handed to him by the boss. Kidnapping is good if you're fighting for the right side, the Big Boss side. Exactly.
What happens if you shoot someone in the buttocks?
We did not order. Up high.
That happens.
I got the alert so I couldn't see.
We did not order.
No, I'm talking about the sound alert. I'm talking about the alert. Speaking of alerts. Billy Mays gets assures you that he did not order a pizza.
I was gonna say the little cry sound effect thing was timed perfectly. He hit the ground. Do 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 do.
I'm loving that shit.
Billy Mays alerted the guards. Well, of course, he's not exactly quiet, is he?
The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
What is it?
My suppressor wore off. Good thing there's only two guys left in the area.
Ah.
Shot fired!
You've been spotted. Run for it. It's either that
No.
or take out every last enemy soldier.
I'm gonna take out every last enemy soldier. Fuck you.
You've lost them, but they're still on the hunt. Stay sharp.
Not anymore, they're not. Bro, The Last of Us sad music is forever ruined for me because it's been in some... That's from The Last of Us? I didn't know that. I didn't know the sad meme music was from The Last of Us. Holy shit.
I didn't know that either.
I'm really good at stealthing in this game. Yeah, it's when Joel's daughter dies in the beginning of the game. Oh!
Sandinista's right. I'm looking for someone.
I'm looking for Nicaraguan Santa.
He's dead. They killed nuestro
Oh, well,
viejo.
that sucks.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax. I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar? I'll take whatever you've got.
I love how Big Boss is able to bond with just everyone he meets by just offering them tobacco.
How do I look?
It is the 70s after all.
I can see this game being sponsored by that Camel cigarette company.
Camel, yes.
Oh yeah.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh.
Let me smoke too.
We can talk until I finish this. Chico.
Tell me what's going
on. I thought the hand was trying to grab her chest.
This place.
No, he was trying to grab the cigar, which I would hope he's not trying to grab her chest, given that's her little brother.
Yeah. From all over the world.
I heard there are security forces.
I've been too deep into Pokemon memes.
And I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
Oh, Kier, speaking of Pokemon, I just realized something that on the off chance, hear me out, if Eggman decided to invade the Nintendo-verse, like basically he's already technically on a Nintendo since the Sega systems have been, long out of business.
There must be something else.
You want to know what he would use to power, like his Badniks and probably even the Death Egg?
Factory to the north, across a bridge.
Polycentrid, Furrets, Combees.
Mercenary crew on the Rio.
No, actually, I was thinking like specifically any electric type Pokemon that he can get his hands on.
I was thinking like the route. I was thinking like the Route 1 bird Pokemon, since a lot of those are the Pokemon you get. And and Pachirisu, definitely Pachirisu. It fills both. It fills both of those niches of small woodland animal and also electricity.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dindine is also the same area.
Yeah. Funny thing is, like, for like the death egg, he'd probably have like, I don't know, maybe like, depending on, maybe like a dozen electrode strapped in, like Team Rocket did for their mysterious radio wave. Hey, Cloud.
Hey, Cloud.
Hey, Cloud. The thing is, I could see Eggman using Electrode and Voltorb as like siege machines.
I could see that, yeah.
I thought you also, you know, he would own like every man-made Pokemon, right?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had like a couple hundred Grimer and Muck running around.
I was thinking more along the lines of like the Paradox Pokemon and the new, Violet, Magerna, Ditto. Ditto's man-made. Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Genesect.
Yeah, I mean, Genesect probably would make sense. It's basically a
I just realized something. There's a lot of man-made Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think I named like 2/3 of them.
That singing mech is back, guys.
Shit. There goes a
El Colibri, also known as Chrysalis.
Honestly, I like this comic book
Okay, I was
style.
wrong about the sad music. Damn, that would have been amazing. It's a song called Sad Romance. Damn.
But yeah, I really do like the art style, the comic book feel of this.
Yeah, this is what the concept art for most Metal Gear games looks like.
Yeah, I like this.
Mixed in with some cel-shaded 3D models like this. Colibri is Hummingbird. Okay. And these smaller drones are called kidnappers, or Chico Libri. They're called kidnappers because they launch out grabby claws that grab people and take them away.
Hello? What the fuck?
Get ready.
Yeah.
The what the fuck is gonna be for this.
The kidnappers are owned by Diddy.
Oh no, they got Chico.
He won't survive the fall.
Out of my way!
Also, if Amanda's voice sounds familiar to you, that's Grey Delisle.
That name's familiar.
Mandy from Billy and Mandy.
Daphne.
Lots of voices.
The Daphne voice is closer, I'd say.
Daphne, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is basically her Daphne voice, but with a Latin American accent. Which, she's done for several things. Chico is going to Diddy's freak off parties.
I like how we constantly make fun of Diddy and everyone involved.
As we should.
Whatever it was.
Yes.
It looked unmanned.
I'd heard rumors, but
And that mech, by the way, there is no pilot. It's autonomous.
Oh, jeez.
It's, oh my gosh, Elon Musk did it. He made a dumb robot.
Don't give him credit for...
I said a dumb robot.
I mean, that's fair, but still.
Oh, speaking of dumb robots, one of my friends shared the robot thing, and we brought up how I brought up how it was probably a guy in a suit, and like a week later, there's an article.
The first time he showed off the robot, it was a guy in a suit.
Yeah, that was the bar thing. That was the most recent thing. I tagged my boy in it, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I called it.
All right, so we've got to assign our staff to some teams. We've got various departments, more of which unlock over time. Right now, we've got the waiting room, which is where unassigned staff are. We've got the combat unit. We've got the R&D team. The brig is where soldiers that need extra persuasion to join go. And then there's more that unlock throughout the story. Like, I'm gonna put Miller on the R&D team. And the reason you want to balance out your teams is because like as different departments level up, you get the ability to craft more pieces of equipment. Like right now with our current R&D team, we can develop an upgrade for the sniper, for the silence pistol, silent strength pistol, and we can craft a sniper rifle.
Boy, I don't know.
Aura in the Maxine voice. Give me a sec to load up the voice changer, because that takes a couple clicks. And it's gonna sound extra cursed coming out of my 2D model, because I don't have a 2D Maxine model yet.
You just channel your inner Maxine.
I'm not sorry.
So Dashcat,
yet
what
I
you're
just
saying
saw
is,
Uwu at the beginning.
so basically, Dashcat, you're saying that you're an asshole.
Well, should be set up now. Okay, is it working right?
Yes.
Sounds like it.
All right, let's read this cursed message. Ooh, this metal gear is making my snake solid. All these nano machines, my dummy thick ass claps faster than a speeding train.
I hope you're happy.
If you could only see my face right now.
There you go. I hope you're satisfied with unleashing that bit of cursed stuff onto us.
This brings me joy.
I'm glad it brings you joy.
I'm just hearing that, and the first thing that came to mind was just Maxine sausage.
Oh, jeez. Anyways, I'm actually gonna call it a night because I am not feeling good. My stomach is still like very upset from earlier. Let's just say something I ate yesterday has been giving me like really bad gas problems.
Get some rest.
Feel better.
And take some antacid.
Yeah, I took some this morning. I'll probably take some later. But we'll see. Anyway, I'll probably be lurking for a bit.
I think I made JKR sick from that message.
My mind is just stuck on Maxine sausage now.
You didn't make me sick, Dashcat. I've just been like really under the weather all day. But anyway, have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
So what's kind of annoying about crafting stuff is time for crafting only passes during missions. And restarting or exiting missions resets the progress.
Ugh. Yes.
Maxine eating a sausage or Maxine gawk? Yes.
I think that one was it. That's me. That's why I said yes.
All right, now we can do that Fulton recovery. This game has a ton of stuff. Yes, it does. And some of it was like real world branded stuff that they had to take the branding out of for the international release. Like you can craft sodas and chips that in the Japanese version were Pepsi and Doritos.
So I actually want some sausage now.
Do it quickly before he comes to.
Are you coming on to me?
No. Like, I'm actually hungry for some sausage on a grill.
I I don't know what to tell you, but I don't think that's a good thing to do to a man's sausage.
Not that sausage. And if we're talking about a grill, I have a grill right behind me.
Thank you. I'll be here all week, except for the nights where I'm not. Oh, so what's kind of annoying is you have to choose your camo before each mission instead of being able to, being able to switch mid-mission. So you have to know what kind of environment you're going into and pick the right camo for it.
Use Fulton recovery
That's fun.
to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button.
Also, we don't have a proper radar in this game because this was, you know, canonically before the Soliton radar was introduced. So we've got the surround indicator, which gives us like little waveforms to show where noises are coming from. But if you upgrade it enough, it basically works like the Soliton radar.
Also, I'm thinking about it. That guy is blind. He was looking right at you.
Yeah, they don't have a very big they don't have a very big field of view, which is good. Because remember, this was designed for the PSP first, which meant more limited controls and, more importantly, more limited aiming.
Yeah.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
And then he recovers himself.
Can't wait to see what else you can do.
I wonder who has bigger thighs. Big Boss or Snake?
I mean, by the end of the series, Old Snake's definitely got them.
Yeah. Imagine Old Snake buns on his young body, like younger body, like, you know, Metal Gear Solid body.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's hot. I said that before. You know, Dash Cat would have been all over that.
Yeah, you missed. Dash Cat missed out on Kier thirsting over Jetstream Sam.
Oh yeah. Hard. I mean, I did clip it.
I mean, what can we say? Brazilians are just naturally super effective.
Yeah. I wonder how many weaknesses I have. Brazilians are one.
Latinas?
Like, yeah, that goes without saying. I mean, my first actual real relationship was with a Latina.
The direction Amanda's sending.
Well, Latina times 2 because she was Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Outpost, a supply depot. We should be able to make contact with her there.
So basically, you're like Shadow the Hedgehog. I just love Latinas, Sonic. Adios, amigo.
The what? The Latino. Latinas. Oh, and the Latinos too, yes. I'm not wrong. The benefits of being bisexual.
As opposed to what? Bisexual?
Yes.
Survival.
I know a girl that is
Oh, Chris is saying that because he is Hispanic. Because Grandpa came in a boat to South America.
Careful. They've got reinforcements coming.
Like one of the girls I know that works at a friend's kiosk is Hispanic. Because she was telling me about in her country how flamenco, which she actually did dance, is very popular.
Someone. Enemies close by.
No, you don't. You go bed by. You go bed
And they
by.
just ignore it. They're like, "Oh, it's just Steve." Like it's just Steve being extra.
Nah, the joke guard in all these games is Johnny, not Steve.
But Johnny isn't in this game.
You know what? Theoretically, he could be because all the soldiers go by code names.
Ah.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
I like how you just stare in his ass.
It's the analyzer. You gotta stare at people and it analyzes their skills.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Ah. No comment.
I think that's the only guy who's here. Let's check his stats. E rank. Don't need him.
He gets to sleep in a Congo with the crocodile.
Thankfully, there's no animal enemies in this game. Can you imagine if it was like Metal Gear Solid 3, where you have to deal with animals too?
Let's say there's no animals, but let's pretend they're there when you're not there. They know you're the apex predator.
Exactly. There you go. You're thinking correctly now.
Yeah, out of nowhere, a giant T-Rex pops out like, oh shit, let me be stealthy. Okay, he's gone. Let me eat that guard.
He's like, I know about how many crocodiles this guy's eaten. I'm not fucking with him.
I mean, hey, that same T-Rex knows that Solid, his clone, took down something that's big as him. It's like, oh fuck no, I'm not dealing with that shit.
Don't know why you're playing the Pornhub theme for something about eating people, unless you're into that whole thing, JKR. Didn't know you were... Is JKR... Okay, so JKR's been confirmed to be on his furry arc. Is he on his Vor arc now? And yeah, I'll have some coffee.
So, Lord Pegatron is a fan of Kirby. Lord Megatron is JKR.
Yeah. The guy who was in our call earlier and then left because his tummy was upset.
Fuck the croc. No, the one that said fuck the croc.
Why do you want to Okay, so are you on your scaly arc now?
I mean, I can introduce you to some people, JKR. They're really chill. Like, legitimately, they are really chill. Yeah.
Said fuck
You
with
said
a croc.
fuck a croc. He from Florida.
Stay out of the water. That's beyond the scope of this operation.
Should I pin JKR?
Yes. Please do.
There we go.
Would you believe me if I said that the kind of birds that you hear in the background is actually important for one mission?
Oh.
There's a mission later in the game where we have to find a specific soldier who has a key card that we need. And all we know is that he's wearing an orange jacket and that he's somewhere where you can hear the call of a quetzal.
You say Quetzal, and I think like Quetzalcoatl, the giant.
Yeah,
giant,
that's where the name comes from.
Oh. And planes with boobs.
Yeah, Chris is
Hold on,
into anthroplanes.
Hold on, JKR corrected us, and he said, "Nah, he was a fuck with a croc." Oh, that's extra kinky. There you go.
So you want the croc to be your partner and to be like your partner with double teaming in that situation? Okay.
There we go. I pinned it for you there, JKR. Someone's gonna see these VODs and be like, "Oh my god, what the hell are with these people?"
Average stream. Average Arikado stream.
You love
this
us
is what
both.
I'm talking about. Why I
Thank
say you can use the Fultons indoors, and they still work.
Oh wow!
He was still awake.
He just won a roller coaster ride. He like, you know what? I got you. Woo! Win-win, right?
Yeah, I love the Fulton shenanigans you can get into in this game, and especially Phantom Pain.
Couldn't you vote like a tank in Phantom Pain?
Yes, yes you can.
Oh god, I want to see that.
You can also Fulton animals in the Phantom Pain.
I remember you're talking about dogs.
I'm not even just talking about the dogs. You can Fulton bears.
Can you vote birds?
I think so.
Confirmed onboard helicopter.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I think you might be right.
Maybe you can pull Fulton indoors because you can't drag people. Yeah, you can't drag people in this game. You can only tap them to get them to drop stuff. So rather than making it so you have to drag them outdoors, they just made the Fulton work indoors. But in Metal Gear Solid 5, if you try to Fulton them indoors, it'll lift them up, and then it'll hit the ceiling, and then it'll pop. Unless you get the ultimate upgraded Fulton, where it opens a warp that lets you use it indoors. I'm not joking. That is a thing in Phantom Pain.
Looks like there's no way around it. You up for this, Snake?
You just casually invent wormhole teleportation technology.
Listen, boss. We both know you're the reason MSF's grown so much, but it's time we started putting more thought into provisions.
Good point. A place this big needs a good stockpile on hand.
The Japanese say you can't fight on an empty stomach. Something
There's a triple X parody of Metal Gear named the Phantom Peen. I'm aware. I'm aware.
Is one of the basic principles of logistics.
So I went ahead and set up a mess hall.
It's kind of disappointing. It's just like a scene between Big Boss and Quiet.
I like Quiet.
I love Quiet. She's such a good character.
Mm-hmm.
And her actress, Stephanie Houston, has been playing through the Metal Gear series, and in her most recent installment, got to where Quiet was introduced. Oh no, staff morale is falling. We gotta send people to the mess hall. Alright, this guy's good for the mess hall. I think there's also guys in our combat team that are good for the mess hall.
Just
yeah, this guy is. I'm getting a little hungry too. I haven't had much to eat today. Here we go. There's our mess hall team. So we've got 216% food stockpile, so we should be good on food.
But hear me out. Okay? What about having 400%?
I think that is possible if you have enough staff that are high enough rank.
600%.
I don't think that much is possible. It also depends on how many soldiers you have.
I'm just laughing at this point. Just go say higher numbers.
Alright, so what's cool is every time you're about to enter a boss fight, it cuts to a to be continued. So it separates the boss fight into a separate mission so you can prep your loadout for it instead of, sending you into a mission that you're not properly loaded out for.
Yeah. That's nice.
That's cool.
Reminds me of Dawn of Sorrow, where they basically, the gates are blocked off so it's a boss fight there. Something I kind of wish was in Symphony of the Night.
Yeah. Well, in Symphony of the Night, they usually make it pretty clear when you're about to enter a boss fight.
There are times I entered a boss fight room, don't know it, when the other side of the room was a safe room. Like, having sparkles where the safe room would be at, I would just like that a little bit,
Yeah.
My back.
Alright, we have two ways we can do this fight. We can either kill everyone and also destroy that armored personnel carrier, or we can knock everyone out and then take the armored personnel carrier for ourselves.
Steal it, steal it, steal it.
Yes, that is what I'm going to do.
Soldiers are armed to the teeth. Watch yourself.
What is it? The enemy's attacking. Going.
And yeah, certain soldiers wear helmets. So you can't just headshot them that easily, but you can knock their helmets off.
What is it? is it?
I'm just creating a cycle of the same guys waking each other up. Oh, and the APC can run over the soldiers that kill them.
Oh, wow.
Wow, their perspective are terrible. Yeah, we made a joke about that earlier, how these soldiers are blind. Because they can't see you from, like, a couple yards away.
We'll keep it here at the base.
Yeah, I don't have the vehicle trap right now. Because, you know, early in the game. So,
Yeah.
we've just got to sort of play the waiting game. And by that, I mean... Oh. I thought we were going to have to shoot him. Hey, yeah, I saw you in there at the beginning, Miles.
Hey again, Tails.
Enemies close by.
Damn, I'm out of ammo. Time for plan B. Prove why CQC is overpowered in this game. Oh, he took care of them for me.
Now, if only you had Raiden's sword and abilities.
Oh my god, the tank's aim. Yeah, the tank is, well, it's not a tank, it's an APC, but, still, not very good aim. There are higher level ones that have better aim. Thankfully, we're not fighting one of those now. Confirmed, Snake can survive getting rammed headfirst by an APC. So if there are better ones than this one is just having performance issues, it's just having performance anxiety, okay? Everyone gets it every now and then. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
The person just wants to shoot the gun.
Yeah, he just wants to go pew-pew. He doesn't care about hitting the target.
I can actually see, what's actually funny is I can see that person going pew, 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 pew.
Gets even better when we get to the helicopter fights. All right, Captain's out. If we take out the Captain...
Shoot him again in the face! Oh.
I'm out of ammo. So, plan B. Again.
Mission complete.
I mean, he stops a Metal Gear from stomping him into the ground by literally pushing it back, so being ran over is whatever. Yeah, he does that in this game.
Oh, God.
Although it's not a Metal Gear, it's more of like a mobile fortress. Okay, but do you think that given the right otaku programmer, they could make the Chrysalis sing World Is Mine or World's End Dance Hall if we got like Pupa and Chrysalis together?
I have no idea.
Oh no, they got Amanda! Ooh, I felt that.
My feet been hurting too, so that's worse.
Shoot it! You'll fall! Shoot El Chico Libre!
Her NBA career is over. We're getting some good clips tonight.
Amanda.
Chico.
What? What is it?
Can you roll me one? Tobacco.
I'm telling you, they bond over tobacco more than anything else in this game.
Hold still.
I treated him like a kid again. We fought. I didn't want Chico to know. Kept it a secret. Somoza's Guardia chased us out of Nicaragua. Across the Rio San Juan. And we ended up here. The only reason we've been able to keep on fighting.
Plan B. Dash cat.
You saw it?
The banana factory.
A front. It's a drug refining plant. The KGB set it up for us to run. We used the income to buy food and weapons. Mi viejo never said a word, but we all knew.
So yeah, we can see the extent of her injury.
Except Chico. Everything we have, our weapons, our compass, he brought it all together. We were going to rebuild our country. Rebuild Nika with our own hands. Even
You see, tobacco has its uses.
do it. But it's all
Everyone bonding together on the battlefield over a good smoke. That's the true lesson of Peace Walker. Smoking brings people together.
Now they've taken the plant from us too. There's no place left to regroup. No way to fight la revolución.
Here, I rolled you one.
What about you?
Remember, don't drink and drive, smoke and fly.
Must be important,
Looks that way. It looks like it could be Nukes.
Remember, there's a running gag in this game about Snake being horrible at coming up with cover stories. Because, like, when he first met up with Amanda, he was they asked if he was a soldier, and he's like, no, I'm a photographer. I'm here to photograph the birds. And she's like, you don't have a telephoto lens on your camera. And he's like, oh, telephoto lens is for amateurs. It's all about the timing.
Knows more than anybody about their bases. Chico.
You're pretty worried about your baby brother.
What gets even better is later on in the game, he meets an actual an actual ornithologist, and tries to use that cover story.
It's a little bit out of my way, but just tell me where I need to go.
There's a prison up in the mountains. That's probably where he is.
More like sniff and fly. You know, now that I think about it, that still applies to this game because Strangelove's preferred tobacco of choice is snuff.
Can't save Chico. I want you to ease his pain, end his humiliation.
I want you to kill my 12-year-old brother.
Gives in. If he's about to sell out his compass, please, at least let him keep his honor.
That's a promise I can't make.
Why?
Amanda, we gave up our homes, but we're still alive. We're still fighting.
Dashcat's like, kill the kid, kill the kid, kill the kid.
On living.
I feel alive again.
Amanda, join my unit until you've healed up.
Your unit?
Yeah.
Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Snake. Serviente.
Snake? Could it be the great cacique has come to lead us?
Yeah, that's the first of our Che Guevara imagery. It's a mercy kill considering what happens to him in Ground Zeroes. We're not going to talk about what happens to him in Ground Zeroes until we get to Ground Zeroes.
Guys, can you hear me?
And we're also going to skip over that one audio tape in Ground Zeroes that's so fucked up that made people, like, question whether Kojima went too far.
Send it to me after stream out of curiosity.
Not the poopy tape. No. I can't say it on stream without getting in trouble. Oh yeah, we got the design specs for Doritos and Pepsi.
Yeah.
That's not Phantom Pain, that's Ground Zeroes.
So it's time to make PepsiCo go out of business 50 years earlier, excuse me.
As you can see, she's doing fine. I set
The poopy tape is Phantom Pain.
So call her anytime you need to.
If you have any questions about American bases or mercenary units, or about El Frente, just ask. And please, do not forget my compass and Chico.
Don't worry.
It's good to be working with you, boss.
This opportunity to have Pepsi Man in the game. Yeah, but Pepsi Man wasn't an active mascot in the 70s, and he had been retired by the time this game came out.
Hear me out. Pepsi Man camo.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Also, there is a Pepsi Woman as well.
Oh.
Pepsi Woman camo for the female soldiers.
One more thing.
Yes.
Now what?
It's about sickbay. Naturally, we can use it for the sick or injured.
Pepsi already existed in Central America. Yeah, Pepsi existed everywhere at that time except for the Soviet Union.
So I figure we'll need a medical team for that. The number of team members and their abilities will determine how quickly
Your grandpa got some glass bottles? Awesome.
monitor everybody's health.
Right.
I want to try Mexican Coca-Cola.
You got it.
It's good. It's very good.
I want to try it.
Like, it's not a night and day difference, but the difference in taste is subtle enough that you're able to tell, yeah, this has real sugar in it. Pepsi Man outfit for Gray Fox.
Oh, God.
It ain't sugar? No, it's that spicy sugar. Alright, time to scrub our combat unit of people that are better for the med team. Because soldiers do occasionally get sick and or injured. In Central America, they use corn syrup. It's specifically like Coca-Cola from Mexico City that has cane sugar still in it. And they sell it as like an import soda here in North America. Oh my God, just don't get sick and injured. Exactly. God, how dare they? So inconvenient. All right, we gotta wait for them to invent Doritos for us. All right, rescue Chico.
The Nukes appear to have left the coastal marshes and reached the mountains around Irazu. But without a guide, it's going to be tough tracking those things in the mountains. So we need you to infiltrate one of their bases.
Are you gonna hit Chico in the face with the rocket launcher?
Okay, but is it Cool Ranch or Nacho Cheese? It's probably just I think
Nacho Cheese.
I don't think that Cool Ranch had been introduced yet, so it's either Nacho Cheese or the original and much less remembered taco flavor.
I think it was Nacho Cheese most likely. I think Cool Ranch was in like what 97 or something.
No, Cool Ranch was around way before 97. It was introduced in the 80s.
Let me check real quick and I'll find out. Doritos.
I remember having Cool Ranch Doritos way before 97, dude.
No, I'm curious what day it was made.
Blue doors. Got it.
Just because I'm curious now. 86.
86, yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious. I know I didn't have Cool Ranch till I was like in the 2000s.
Survival.
Okay, so the right Doritos. You are entitled to your wrong opinion. I prefer Cool Ranch. I've always have. I always will. Survival, not yet, boss. Nah, Big Boss isn't even in Metal Gear Survive.
Chico's in a prison camp north of here.
That was a good headshot. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Survival of the franchise. This is just Knuckles propaganda. Nobody likes Cool Ranch. Nobody cool. Well, I'm already aware that I'm not cool. I'm hot.
I'm hot.
You're hot. Your face is hot.
Fulton recovered a helicopter.
Your voice is hot.
Thanks. I've been told that before.
Nice.
I'm not going any further with that because that might get me TOS banned.
I have no idea where you're gonna go with it, but you said that now, and I know where you're going with it now.
I'm not Cottontail. I'm not gonna constantly push the boundaries of what's okay on Twitch.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. That basin will leave you completely exposed. If I were the enemy,
Shut up, Kaz.
Sniper, better be careful if you don't want your head blown off.
Ah, there he is.
Here he is.
That was a good. Oh, that's another good headshot.
Yep. There's an achievement for getting a headshot from a certain distance. I got it by accident last night on my other account.
Yeah, dude, I think you shot him in the eye.
Like, you asked about what happens if you shoot them in the ass.
Yeah.
The answer is, in Peace Walker,
Nice, a horse.
that happens. A horse comes
the
by.
horse everyone keeps putting up the horse and everything every time.
But what happens is, like, in Peace Walker, whether you knock them out in one hit or not is based on how close to the head you hit. Whereas in games starting from Metal Gear Solid 2 through 4, as well as, I believe, Phantom Pain as well, and by extension Ground Zeroes, it is based on whether you hit vital areas or just generally areas where on the human body the tranquilizer would spread faster. So not just hitting them, you know, in the head, but hitting them in the butt can work, and hitting them in the heart can work. Also, you want to know a special kind of gun that you can get in Phantom Pain, just to get you a little excited for when we get to that, you know, grand finale to the series? You can get a squirt gun.
Oh, God.
It has infinite ammo, and it can genuinely be used as a distraction, including squirting people in the pants to make them think that they wet themselves, and putting out fires.
I want to. Fuck! I'm gonna have to watch a squirt gun playthrough, ain't I? A squirt gun Taz.
There is a boss fight that involves putting out fires, and you can, even though the game heavily recommends that you do not use the squirt gun to put out the fire, there is special dialogue for winning that boss fight only using the squirt gun. Like I've said before, Kojima thinks of everything. Even Rerez got in on that in his recent video, which he calls, like, he calls it a mechanic called Ice Bucket, which is based on that Ice Bucket bit from the opening chapter of Metal Gear Solid 2. Where you can find an ice bucket in the bar, and you can shoot it and knock it over, and the ice cubes in it fall out in a natural way rather than just like a pre-programmed pattern.
Yeah.
And they melt in real time, and you can shoot them to shatter them.
Can you use them to trip anybody?
No. Theoretically, you could. It's just not in a position where you would be able to do that.
Oh, I want to see someone slip on ice and bust their head.
But yeah, it's
violent
like
tonight. Damn.
It's a completely unnecessary bit of like extra fluff to show off like, hey, our team decided to implement this to be more realistic and immersive. And he calls that kind of mechanic in any game ice bucket. There's even other examples in that section of Metal Gear Solid 2 besides the ice bucket. Like, there's some glass panes in between you and the guards. If you shoot the glass panes, they start cracking, you know, where the bullet impacts. But if you shoot it enough, the entire thing shatters realistically due to having too many cracks.
Just kept mentioned the horse shit.
Yeah, the horse shit in Phantom Pain. You can command your horse to shit on command and use that to make people trip and also make a vehicle skid out of control.
It's gonna be a horse shit playthrough.
Who's there? Chico, it's me.
Joy, that photographer.
One of my favorite things in Phantom Pain that here's another thing with his bad cover stories. I'm a war photographer. You're here for the birds, though. Birds of the battlefield.
Wow, the same kind of chair used.
You can't keep it, kid. Here, have these instead.
But, yeah, in Phantom Pain, one of my favorite things you can do, just because it's like something you would never think of, is you can find a recording of someone having diarrhea.
She's hurt?
Oh,
don't worry.
And you can play that on the speaker of your iDroid, and you can use that while you're hiding inside a bathroom stall, so people won't look for you in there.
Oh.
Do you know where they took the cargo?
Cargo? What cargo?
Let me rephrase that. How do they get stuff from the coast up here?
Oh,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Cargo gets to the harbor.
It's the kind of fascinating, unnecessary shit, pun intended, that only Kojima and his team would think of.
The train stops
here.
Ooh. When it gets to the train terminal past the coffee plantation, they reload this time onto a truck.
I know the tactic to use now in Metal Gear Solid 5. Hell yeah. There's all sorts of stuff. You can also find lullaby songs, and if you play them at night, it makes the guards get tired.
He's protected by a spirit.
Spirit.
You know what comes to mind when you say that?
El Basilisco.
El Basilisco?
King of Snakes.
No, the song that goes, ring around, the horror type of nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can give him insomnia.
Where did you see it?
At the terminal near the tunnel.
Pardon.
But I only saw it that one time.
What exactly were you doing there?
Well, me and my
another bit of
and you just
brilliant foresight and just programming thoughts that went into Kojima stuff is in Phantom Pain specifically is because you're in open world maps. You can unintentionally complete objectives for later missions early. And if you arrive there when you're supposed to do the mission will end instantly and you'll get special dialogue that's like, I guess you already did it. Mission complete.
You already knew.
Oh my goodness. Think you'll end up doing that?
Even revolution.
Maybe. If I think to do it.
Must be tough for a kid like you to swallow.
You might do it by accident too.
The route they use to transport stuff is the same one mi viejo used to smuggle drugs. Sold the drugs to the Norte Americanos and used the profits to fund the army. They tried to keep it hidden from me.
Is that why you went camping?
Yes. I managed to sneak into the plant a few times and I tried to set it on fire. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm not a kid, I'm 12.
You're a kid.
Could you?
You are most definitely a kid, Chico.
Chico.
Stay a child.
Choosing how you're gonna live your life.
Take it from me, who's 35. Stay a child.
Leave the things you care about behind. Parents, family, your homeland.
But mi viejo. Papa.
Chico, look at the photos.
Mi viejo.
He's gone. But there's one thing you don't ever leave behind. Your memories. Keep them safe. You want to get out of here, Chico?
I do, but...
Come back with me. Your sister's waiting for you.
I can't go back.
Wow, 12, you're so totally not a child.
Told them where your compas are. I see.
Oh, so you're a snitch, huh, Chico?
Gets the better of us all.
You pulled a 6'9", didn't you, Chico? You pulled a 6'9" in that way, not in the much worse way.
Okay then, I'll put you out of your misery.
What?
Dash Cat's getting excited seeing this.
Go and give him the Maria treatment.
Shoot, you are only going to kill a man.
Dash Cat's like, prove the Republicans right and perform a post-birth abortion.
Listen,
My God!
The pistol.
Your hombre nuevo, a new man. Now, give that new life to me.
Huh?
Fight with me, little soldier. Show me how strong you really are. Dry your tears, then promise me one thing. No smoking until you get older.
At least he knows not to let the kids smoke.
That surround them.
You got it, boss.
What's the big deal with the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes tape? I can't say it on Twitch without potentially getting TOS banned. It's like it's a tape of Chico and Paz being tortured in a way that a lot of people think went too far.
Ah. Oh, I think you. I know. I know.
Made it. Don't give me that. You say you're gonna give me a new life, and you nearly kill me.
I take it you didn't enjoy the trip.
What's the big idea? Dragging me off in a balloon? I might as well have taken a Calibri.
At least you got a nice view. Or are you afraid of heights?
Whatever. I just wish you would explain it to me first.
Would you have agreed to go if I did?
Thank you for saving us, Snake.
Amanda, a word of advice.
What?
Stop treating him like a child.
Yes. Yes, I know. You're right. I shouldn't.
Amanda, you're coming back after your leg heals, right?
Of course. We still have work to do.
Kojima is such an edgelord. He was during the development of Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes, at the very least.
To helping the revolution succeed.
Revolution or no revolution, you pick up a gun and sooner or later you're going to hell. Are you prepared for that?
I am. If the alternative is giving up the country I love, I'll take hell.
Really? Well then, you're gonna have to stop treating Chico like a brother and start treating him like a soldier.
From edgelord to meme lord. He's been a meme lord the whole time. Like, to the point where, one of the few times he's spoken English in an interview, became a meme because of how much of a meme lord he is.
Not just that. Because they're compas.
All right,
Like,
I've got to catch up to that car.
it's like it was right after a presentation for, I believe it was Metal Gear Solid 4, where it was like very what the fuck worthy, and then he just says, "Did you like it?"
Never seen before. What, like that Basilisco you were talking about?
I'm talking about UMAs.
And on the old, you know, message boards, the screen cap of him saying, "Did you like it?" in heavily accented Japanglish became a meme for like anytime people were like, "What the fuck, Kojima?"
Cargo is headed for the next outpost, a rail terminal.
Chico says no one's ever set foot past there.
Their main base is probably on the other side of that tunnel. Unless we catch those spears before reaching it, they'll be in enemy hands. You've got to stop them. Hurry, Snake. Boss, I had an idea. Listen to this.
Let me guess. You want to start running ads in the local gossip rags?
Please, what do you take me for? I thought that with all the new guys we've got,
Oh, that's interesting.
we'd send agents.
I never noticed that before. Apparently, the thing that Snake guesses there is different depending on your playthrough. Because when I played it last night, he said something else.
Oh.
I just realized his name is just Boy in Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hydrate.
Also, your posture check.
My posture is good. I'm sitting up straight. But, yeah, in my playthrough last night, instead of saying you want to run ads in the local gossip rags, he said, "Let me guess, you want to make MSF branded, rations, don't you?" And then, Miller said, "Actually, that's not a bad idea."
This guy says sit straighter.
I can't sit straighter, I'm bisexual.
Hold on. I think what Dash Cat means to say is you need to do that femboy, the way that femboy meme sat down. I know Dash Cat knowing what I'm talking about now, that meme.
He makes hamburger bread. Yeah, he opens his own chain of burger restaurants in Phantom Pain. Trying to create the perfect fast food burger. That's an entire subplot in Phantom Pain that's conveyed through some of the tapes that you get throughout the game. And it has the best conclusion, given that the guy who he's consulting for advice is like a Navajo code talker who keeps giving him like spiritual advice on burger cooking. Like, spoilers for that subplot. The guy whose name is Code Talker, by the way. Because what are Kojima names if not incredibly blunt? Code Talker, like, first of all, he says the hamburger is the perfect food for Native Americans because it combines the vegetables that you've cultivated, the wheat of the earth, and the meat of the animals of the land into one perfect meal. And he's telling him, like, he's tasting these burgers and he's giving him like all these ideas on how to create the perfect burger, right? And Miller keeps on trying to go more and more natural with the burgers, right? Creating like the most natural, like grass-fed cows, free-range cows, like organic vegetables and organically grown wheat, all that kind of stuff. And you want to know what Code Talker's response at the end of that subplot is?
What?
I'm also a scientist, you know, not just a mystical Native American man. What you need to do to create the ultimate burger is load it full of chemicals that make it chemically addicting and delicious.
I mean, it's not wrong. I mean, technically, it's not wrong.
Yes, he basically creates the Big Mac.
The Baconator, too.
All right, that's where we're going to end off for tonight, because I can tell that Kier's getting tired, and I'm getting tired and hungry myself.
The Boss Mac.
The Boss Mac. All right, so let's get out of the void. Void. There we go. Who are we raiding tonight?
Night Dash Cat.
You know what? We're not doing a raid tonight. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to both of my co-hosts for joining me tonight. I'll see you guys on Friday, and until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well,
the there it is.
Oh. Well, we, the boys of Chorus, we hope you enjoy our show. We know you're rooting for us, but now we have to go.
Good night, everybody.